Welcome back to Vintage Room playing Planet Coaster. Well, this is Islands. But we're gonna be finishing up the water park. So this episode we will be getting our buy dryers done, our big raft funnel slide done, our 4 mat slides done, and also our restrooms done. And then I might start some work on our train station here. I don't know entirely yet, but I will definitely get the train stations and the back area for the train stations all done in next episode when we do the final touches, and then that will be it for the park. But yeah, so I'll get to work on that stuff, and then I'll show you all the final products. I'll see you just a little bit. Finished up the build, and that now means that our water park is completely done. Or technically that's a lie. We still have the train station to do, but the water park is done, so that's pretty cool. But let's start off with our actual build. Start over here near reverse. Then we have our restrooms. Then we also have a water pump in the back too. Nothing too special. This is a copy and paste of one of the other buildings. Oh yeah. This one's restrooms. It's the same exact size and everything. I just squared off the building, so it doesn't feel completely like a copy, but it is kind of a copy. So, but the park would do that just to save money, and because then they wouldn't need to develop a new design for it. And then continuing on along here, on the right we have a ton of vegetation under the big funnel for funnel. That is the slide's name. But first we have Racer, which is our mat slide, and you would leave your mats along the fence here. Lifeguard to look over the troughs, make sure no one gets hurt or drowns. And then they would put their mats right here, just lay them down, and then people there coming to enter slide, they could just pick them up and then go up. And this is a really high capacity slide, considering 4 people can go down at a time. And it's a very short slide too, so due to that, they wouldn't be needing many mats. So, because that high throughput, it would be fine having just that, and they would probably have some extra along here. But the main mats would be here. But that's just how it is. And then across from that we do have the buy dryers. And I decided to put them here instead of all the other services because this is the entrance for the train. Over here is the exit for the train. You can't exactly go in the exit, so it would make sense to put the buy dryers at the entrance to the train because that will bring you across the river and then out of the water park. And well, you wouldn't want to be wet leaving a water park really, so you got buy dryers. And then same old signs that we've been using with the train. And then I just kind of use browns for train sign that we have. Switchbacks all through here. And it still isn't even enough. There's so many people queuing up for the train here. I have changed the train stations around the other stations this way. It's there less, but still hasn't really made much of a dent in this line. It's absolutely crazy. And we don't have space to expand the line anymore. So, just gonna be stuck with how it is. And then we have funnel. So this is our big giant raft slide, and we have funnel. And then coming up here, queue just wraps around, and then we go up the stairs. We wouldn't really need any queue at the bottom, especially since this is a pretty tall slide structure, so a lot of the queue would be the stairs would be long enough to hold any sort of queue this slide would get, and it's a pretty high capacity slide too, so that definitely helps with keeping people getting through the slide. But for a slide here, just go through here, 180 turn, and then you're in our big old funnel. And that's just what it looks like. Nothing much. I have our attendant up there. And then one little detail I did add in on the train is the ropes here. So at both stations you enter and exit from the left side of the train. So they would cross the right side off in terms of where you could exit. so this way people didn't accidentally go off to the right side. Just an easier way to control people and where they go. So this way the park and the operators of the ride don't need to worry about people crossing over to the right side where they shouldn't be. And yeah, but that is about it. I did add in some flowers over here, and I also added in some border fencing around the edge of the guest area, and then I also finished the don't die fencing around the old wooden coaster. Or I finished the don't die fencing around. Oh, the sign is messed up. Or did I just forget? I don't know. I might have just forgotten to put a name on there, honestly. But I'll get that sorted out before the tour, which, speaking of which, next episode will be the finishing touches episode, and then we have the tour of Dark Valley. I don't know what we're going to do after that in terms of amusement parks and Planet Coaster 2, but yeah. Do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, make sure to subscribe. Do the next one. Bye!